Oh man, football season's here. I mean, look, college just started this weekend. The NFL kicks off on Thursday, September 5th, which is also my mother's birthday. So, happy early birthday, Ma. Love you dearly and thank you for everything you do. And as usual, the phone lines for Monday, even the quarterback, are buzzing. And I have a phone caller on right now, and this guy actually shares the same name. Sometimes, I think I grab his mail. Christian, you're officially on Monday, even the quarterback. What's on your mind football wise?
Well, I got a lot on my mind actually. I was actually curious to know what are your thoughts of the Bears this year and all the hype that this man Caleb Williams, the whole Bears organization is getting. I want to know what your thoughts are.
I mean, I love it. The having lived out there, the Bears have been in the organization as a whole, in the fan base. They've been hoping for that quarterback. That guy who could be a leader, come in, set the tone, change the culture, and everything like that. And I think he's gonna do it. I think the Bears could be a playoff team this year. I think they could be a wild card team because I think three teams can come out the NFC North. But no, I think the Bears are going to be fun to watch because you look at that lineup that they have with Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze, who I enjoyed watching during his time at Washington. Keenan Allen, who is a third down chain mover, and DJ Moore. He's been their best receiver since the days of Brandon Marshall, which is saying something because we remember how good Brandon Marshall was. But nah, Caleb is a guy that can make that clutch throw down the field, and the Bears have never had that. He's that guy that can complete that downfield pass, as someone a few weeks ago told me when I was with them.
Wow, wow, that's very interesting, man. I'm gonna be completely honest because people all the time they always ask like, oh, do you think the Bears are back? Like, what are your thoughts? And I just tell them I'm like, me personally, I haven't watched like I've watched the preseason, but in college I never watched Caleb Williams highlights or like I never got the chance to see like what his game looks like. But from the looks of the preseason, I mean, I'll admit I do like what he's bringing, but I honestly just feel like until I see 3, 4 games of him in the regular season, I can't really give like my whole input on what I think of what he's going to bring to the Bears organization. But from what everybody's been telling me, it seems like he's going to be a good addition for his Bears team. And like you said, our whole new offense it's going to be really interesting to see. I do hope that he does live up to the hype.
No, I can respect that. I mean, you don't want to jump the gun. And look, excitement it can take us all over. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to jump the gun. You don't want to you don't want to move too soon because yes, it is the preseason. Because I'll be honest with you, I couldn't care less about the preseason. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But I'm glad to see him getting that time in, and it looks like he has a good chemistry with everybody on his offense. And the Bears haven't had a leader like this maybe since the Urlacher days. So now I think they have one. Christian, what else is on your mind football wise?
So if you don't mind, we switch sports for a second. Obviously, same sport but different league.
Okay.
College wise, what do you think of like Illinois and Colorado or all those other big name teams? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really kept up with college. I only watch the popular teams, so I just want to know real quick what's your thoughts and like who do you think's gonna go all in this year?
I mean, Illinois, it's they're tough to figure out. I mean, they play hard, but they struggle. They struggle to close games out. That's the problem with them. If they could be a little bit more consistent, I think they could be somewhat of a threat in the Big Ten. Because you look at the Big Ten right now, it's Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State. Maybe Oregon, because you remember Oregon is now playing in the Big Ten because of conference realignment, and teams who are on the West Coast are now playing either in the ACC or the Big Ten, which I don't get. But then again, the NCAA, they're just in it for the dollar, like a lot of people are nowadays. Colorado, last year was I don't want to say it was a circus necessarily. It was a roller coaster. They were the talk of everything, winning those first three games, and then once conference play came around, which I did say Let's see what they do once college play rolls around. And that's when they struggled. The Oregon game showed us who they really were. I want to see a few things I want to see with Colorado. One, can they stop the run? Because teams were attacking them up the middle. And two, can they be a little bit more balanced offensively? Shedeur is good. I love Shedeur and what he brings to the table, but you got to be able to help your quarterback out. And I get the game of football now it's a pass happy game, but you still have to run the football because it pays dividends. It keeps a defense honest, and it forces defenses to load the box, bring in a safety or a linebacker, and that way you can use the play action to push the ball up the field in the passing game. Colorado, I could see them winning between maybe 5 or 6 games. So 6 games automatically gets you a spot in the bowl game. But, they're still going to have their work cut out for them.
That's real great, man. I mean, like I said, I just watched the popular teams, and obviously, as we all know, that new EA game came out, and I only play with Colorado. It's just a popular thing, obviously, as we all know, and you taught me the '90s real well. We love Deion Sanders, and I'm sure some of the folks over there in Colorado love what he's doing for that team, and then obviously they got Travis Hunter, so hopefully we will see some good things this year from them. But I do like your prediction. I mean, 5-6 games, I can see that.
Yeah, definitely. Christian, you got anything else for me, football wise?
One more thing, real
Okay.
quick. 49ers and Chiefs, because obviously, as we all know, NFL wise, I mean, obviously, you know the game more than I do, but the way I see it, I want to know what your thoughts are, because I've been hearing a lot of other thoughts from everybody else. Do you think it's going to be the same as last? I mean, granted, it's still too early to tell, but do you think it's going to be the same 2 teams as last year, or do you think it's going to be a different 2 teams in the mix this year? I want to know what your thoughts are on that.
I mean, I think Kansas City comes out the AFC again. Yeah, and the only team I think that's the biggest threat to the Chiefs is the Cincinnati Bengals, just due to the simple fact they beat them in the playoffs, and they've beat the Chiefs 3 times in a single calendar year. So there's that. But here's the thing. The Bengals haven't seen this version of the Chiefs. I'm talking the version where it's not all on the offense. The defense can come in and make things happen as well. So there's that. But yeah, I like Kansas City to come out the AFC, and they showed you they really don't care what seed they are or if they have to go on the road and win a playoff game. They did it last year. They did it twice. You go into Buffalo, you beat them, then you punch Baltimore in the mouth, you beat them en route to your 3rd Super Bowl in 4 seasons. Yes, we're in the midst of a dynasty. We're seeing another one. As far as the NFC, I feel that's a little bit more wide open because obviously you still have to take down San Francisco. They're the NFC champions. I'm pretty high on Green Bay this year. Jordan Love, I want to see what he does now that he's got his money, and now he and those weapons that he has and that defense, they can get better, and they're well coached now. I mean, Matt LaFleur has always been a really good coach. So I think the NFC comes down to Green Bay and San Francisco. Philly, if Jalen Hurts can stay healthy and Saquon's able to produce, they're going to also be a fun team to watch. But, right now, my Super Bowl prediction, I have Green Bay and Kansas City.
Ew. But I mean, all I gotta say is, I know we're on air, but all I gotta say is, you are lucky that you are like family to me.
Look, man, you asked the question. I just answered.
I mean, I respect it. As much as I talk trash about them, I mean, it's all there. I mean, what everyone's been saying. I mean, even though I'm going to hate myself for saying this, but Jordan Love last year, I will admit, the dude did look great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure, this year he'll probably be more improved, and hopefully, Christian Watson can stay healthy.
Definitely.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he struggled with injuries last year.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, football-wise, I don't really have anything else. Thanks for having me on.
Now, Christian, before I let you go, with you being a first-time phone caller, I always ask my first-timers, what their favorite thing is about the Daily Blitz. So now I present that question to you. What's your favorite thing about the Daily Blitz?
My favorite thing is your articles, man, and I love your playlist of choices. And I feel like sometimes when I see your stories and everything, or when I see your Snapchat stories, I feel like the song that you pick, it fits the article and it fits the moment. So that's what I love about Daily Blitz. I love the articles, I love the song choices, and just the way that the song has to do with the article. It's one of a kind, man. I absolutely love it. I'm just waiting for that article to come out because I know it's about to be a killer song that he's about to make.
Nah, man, I appreciate that more than you ever know. Thank you so much for the testimonial, and thank you for being on Monday Evening Quarterback. And anytime you want to come on MEQ, you let me know because the doors are always open. We will definitely do this again. All right?
Yes, sir.
My man. Thank you.